Hey guys, I'm Dale LePage.
And I'm Tina Marie Billing.
Welcome to this episode of Pride TV. We've got a great show coming at you, so please stay tuned. Come in, sit back, relax. We've got your Pride TV. We're bringing you some Pride TV. We've got so much to share right here on Pride TV. We're bringing you your Pride TV.
And now, Pride TV with Dale LePage.
Hi, I'm Dale LePage.
And I'm Tina Marie Billing.
Happy New Year to everyone from Pride TV. We're starting the new year off big. We have with us Josh Croak from Love Your Labels.
Harley Quinn, Miss Gay Worcester, 2019.
All right, there are a lot of organizations, there are a lot of people working on different things, a lot of different groups. Let's all just get into a room together and talk about how do we better advocate for ourselves as the LGBTQ community, and how do we create a stronger dialogue with the city of Worcester, you know, the capital C, to work on things that help elevate access to resources and opportunities for queer people in the city. Yeah, so we asked for an LGBTQ liaison to be appointed in the city, so someone that works at City Hall, that works on behalf of the LGBTQ community. We asked for a conversation to create a web page on the city's website that would be an access and a resource page, which is very important.
It was probably, I worked so hard for it. I practiced singing, I practiced speaking, because that was the one thing I was worried about most, was the interview.
Oh my God. I even get nervous for the contestants because some of the questions, because you don't know what you're going to be asked, and you looked stunning, and I can't stress that enough. That dress was killer.
Thank you.
Like, you walked out, and I was at a table with I think three other judges, or four other judges, and we all just went, ah.
All the sewing machines that the students used throughout the program were given to the student at the end of the
Oh,
program.
no way.
So that there was no economic challenges that came with being able to continue that art.
Yeah, and Blue Jay Art on Facebook, if you do
Blue
want to
Jay
check
Art
those out.
on Facebook, and
Yeah,
these are
and
some
Instagram
of
too.
These are some of the designs you have given to drag queens for the T-shirts, right? Logos, think like that.
T-shirts, stickers. I want someone to make a mug.
Thank you for sticking with us here on New England Pride TV. I'm joined right now by Hector and Rebecca. I'm there from the Family Health Center, and we have so much to talk about. So I'm just going to turn to you, Hector, and say go, because you got a new program going.
Thank you for having us, Dale. As you mentioned, my name is Hector. I'm a clinical social worker. I'm here with my colleague, Rebecca Thal, who is a nurse practitioner, and we are 50% of the trans health program at Family Health Center.
Wonderful.
We started officially the clinic in January of 2016 after a medical provider, he and I shared a significant amount of patients, and we kept hearing stories about our clients having to travel all the way to Fenway to go for a 20-minute medical visit to get their trans health care.
There was no place closer?
There wasn't anything open in Worcester, so he and I went and got trained and started this small little program, and since its inception in 2016, we now have 35 people in our program who we have either initiated hormone therapy for or continued hormone therapy.
From the minute you, as a queer, trans, LGBTQ person, from the minute you walk into a health center, you're looking for signs of active, allyship, acceptance, competence, that kind of thing, right? And maximizing sort of the visibility of that in our clinic, but also backing that up with staff training, right? So training not just providers and social workers, but everyone you meet before you get into the clinic room with a provider, right? So that's front desk staff, that's the people doing insurance enrollments.
Hey guys, we are back, and we are here with our guests,
Brett Jacob
and
Trish Phelan.
Now they are part of Rhode Island Pride.
Brett, who has his beautiful sash on, Mr. Gay Rhode Island 2019, and you are Ms. Rhode Island 2019, correct?
Ms. Lesbian Rhode Island.
Ms. Lesbian Rhode Island, that's right.
This is Rhode Island's first LGBTQIA+ job fair.
That's fantastic. That is fantastic. Now, can you tell us some of the vendors that might be getting involved with the job fair?
Sure. So right now we're sitting at 20 employers that are participating, and we've got a range of employers from small nonprofits to large companies in finance, in manufacturing, in higher education. So we've got Citizens Bank has signed up to be a great partner. We've got Life Inc., Planned Parenthood of Southern New England, and so many others that have joined in to participate.
First of all, the lighted parade.
Yeah, so our Illuminated Night Parade, which will be June 20th this year, is one of the top 7 in the world, actually.
Oh my God, bravo.
And Providence Business News just ranked places by attendance, and that puts us up there with like Roger Williams Zoo and stuff like that, which are open year round.
Yeah.
And we ranked number 10 in the entire state for attendance. We had about 125,000 people last year, give or take, and we're looking at the upwards of 150,000 or so this year.
We are back now, and our guests that are with us right now are
Ashley Delgado with Options Magazine.
and
Tina Blanky, Vice President of Community Outreach with Rhode Island Pride.
All right.
Options started in about 1982, so we're coming up on almost 40 years of print, which is pretty awesome. Options really just covers all of the amazing things happening in the Rhode Island queer community. If you think about any of the historic stuff that's gone on, whether it's the conversion therapy ban or the historic Rhode Island Pride Parade, we have the privilege of covering all of that information and sharing it with other people. This is a relatively new position that we started last year, but it was right before Pride season, so we couldn't really get kind of our hooks into it. So this year we're coming in with a plan. And a huge part of that plan is our community center that we're going to be opening up this year.
I'm here with our guests
AJ Lido from the No Evil Project.
and
Author Mimi LeMay.
So the No Evil Project is a not-for-profit organization that uses photography and a little bit of silliness to create conversations around stereotypes and labels. So often our world creates a life for others by applying labels, whether it be the distinctions that our family brings forward. We are X, we are Y, we don't do LMNOP. You'll never be a insert your personal dream. Well, then with the No Evil Project, I get to decide who I am. I get to decide who I tell the world, or what I tell the world about. And there's a question that's part of each of our participants' profile on our website that allows everyone to share a good deed.
It began as a blog piece that I put online called A Letter to My Son Jacob on his 5th birthday. And in it, I wrote to my son our feelings about, when he was born, how he began at the age of 2.5 to tell us that he was a boy, even though his sex assigned at birth was female. And my confusion and my doubt and my distrust in myself and my all the pieces of the journey that we went through that I think are similar to what a lot of parents of trans kids go through. Growing up, I was told as a woman in this community I had a very set role to play in life and a destiny that was God-given to me within this Orthodox philosophy. And it took me many years to realize that it wasn't right for me and to break out of it. But I noticed the same notes when I was thinking about transitioning my son. People who would say, well, this isn't the way he was made, or, God designed him so.
now I'm going to introduce you to our guests,
Rick Miller.
Rick Miller and
Matthew LeBlanc.
Matthew LeBlanc. Now, I wanted them to be on the same show because they've got such a great connection with their subject matter that they're going to be talking about.
And I wrote a book, and I was looking for literature on the subject of gay men and their mothers, thinking there would be tons and tons of literature.
Right.
Nothing.
Okay.
So I decided I'll write an article about
You found a
gay
need and
men
you're
and their
filling
mothers.
it.
Right.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So, first of all, let's talk about your book, because I didn't know that you had written a book. And now, let's talk about that.
The book is for mental health clinicians doing hypnosis with gay men.
Okay.
Interesting.
Wow.
That's really cool. Very cool.
And what's the name of the book?
Unwrapped,
Okay.
Integrative Therapy with Gay Men. I was traveling all over filming sons and mothers, and now we have an Instagram page, Gay Sons and Mothers, a Facebook page, and last year we started a nonprofit, gaysonsandmothers.org, and we are doing fundraising, and we're trying to get the word out there that mothers have done an incredible job raising their gay kids.
I'm a steel sculptor, and I fell in love with creation and working with metal. And the beginning of last year, I got my business going, bare bones sculpture, and I got my business cards, I got my websites, and I got my connections, and I'm like, okay, what do I do now? And then my mom was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And the day I found that out for sure, I went home and I made Dragonfly #1 right here. And
That's Dragonfly number one.
The first one. I made it and I gave it to her and I said, Mom, if you could beat cancer, I can make 1,000 dragonflies.
1,000 dragonflies. Okay. We are here now with our first guest. This is Tracy Welch from
the South Coast LGBTQ Network. Okay. So with our youth group kids that were there and the seniors, we sat down and said, okay, why? Tell these kids, I've heard the stories of why. Mm-hmm. Tell the kids why you don't want the word queer, you don't want Q at all. Mm-hmm. And they said, because we're beaten up, you're a faggot, you're queer, we get beaten up all the time. Mm-hmm. So then our kids are like, wow, we didn't know you had it like that. So we said to the kids, well, tell the adults, the seniors, why you want the word queer. And our kids are like, oh, I'm queer, and what are you going to do about it? They're taking that back, and they're taking ownership of it. So if on our logo, our original logo, it was an umbrella with LGBT, and the Q was in the handle of the umbrella. So the seniors understood that the Q needed to be there, but they didn't want it prominent. And I think sometime during the show, you're going to show our new logo. So we work with the team.
We'll show your new logo right now.
There you go.
The exhibit and what unfolded in the exhibit kind of revealed a lot to everybody that was at the table. So we worked with 3 curators and 2 people from the museum as a core panel of people. And then we worked with the Community Advisory Board. So things started unfolding, and what we realized is that there have been multiple attempts at building a very strong community here in Worcester in terms of LGBTQ activism, business, all of those things. So a lot of this has unfolded as a result of the exhibit.
The Massachusetts LGBT Chamber of Commerce is the first Chamber of Commerce that's statewide. And what we do is we really focus on inclusive relationships between the LGBT community and the sources that are going to help the LGBT community have a higher financial profile.
We are here with everybody's favorite Al, Mr. Al Green from the LGBT Asylum Task Force.
We provide housing, food, and connection to support services for LGBTQ people who are fleeing persecution in their home countries. Talking about a demographic, myself included, who've lived their entire lives in places that don't accept us, that think that there's something wrong with us. Right. Folks who've been pushed out of their houses, right. Out of their communities, because their families don't want them, their communities don't want them, right. Have been forced to live in storm drains, have been correctively gang raped in the case of the women, because they think that, okay, if a man has sex with them,
right. It's going to change them.
Exactly, right. Which we all know is ludicrous. Actually, the privileged few who are able to actually get to the U.S., right? Because to get a U.S. visa is not the easiest of things to do.
Right. And they're not coming here to steal anyone's jobs. They're coming here because they don't want to die.
Exactly, literally, they don't want to die.
Right.
And so come here and enter into a system that sometimes will take up to 2 years before they can legally work to support themselves. Right. That's 2 years. I mean, I know that I don't have 2 years worth of savings. Most people don't.
No.
Right? And especially coming from countries where the wages that are earned are so much lower, it's less than here.
Meager.
Right. And then trying to survive for 2 years. And so what happens is most end up being homeless or end up living in domestic situations that aren't the most ideal for them, where they're taken advantage of.
Your organization tries to find them housing, which is extremely difficult, I'm sure.
For sure. I mean, what we do actually right now is we rent a number of units in Worcester, and it's similar to senior living college style, right? So we'll have 3 or 4 bedroom units.
Are you renting like out of 3 families or houses or motels or What rooms?
Triple deckers.
Triple deckers.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll rent apartments and we'll house asylum seekers in these apartments.
We're here now with supermodel Samantha Lux. Now, this is my background with meeting Samantha. I have stalked her on YouTube. I have stalked her on Instagram. I've stalked her on Facebook. And she's even been a guest a few years ago on Pride TV. And the reason I first got hooked on your channel was because you were so open and honest about your journey. Can you tell us about your YouTube channel and why you started it?
Yeah, I mean, so I've had my YouTube channel for about 4 or 5 years now, and I really started it because I know I wanted to document my transition and kind of give back to my community.
Why is it so important to you to support such an amazing event and the LGBTQ community?
Well, I think all businesses should take an opportunity to sponsor great organizations like TCNE. We've been a sponsor for 10 years or so. And, I think it just makes a lot of sense because this is a great gathering of people who want to be themselves and connect with others, both from companies and elsewhere. So I'm the CEO of the Eastern Bank Charitable Foundation, and we're delighted to be able to support TCNE and many other organizations in the LGBT community.
So it's great to see so many people that have looked up to me through the years, coming up to me, hi Ava, and it gets me thinking of so much work that I really have done for our community, like really putting a face of trans rights and to be really inclusive in so many things.
I want to introduce you to a friend that I've known for about 10 years, and we're just going to call her Smiling Sam. Welcome, Smiling Sam.
Yeah, they were skating around on roller skates during the festival, and I was like, oh, that is really cool. I didn't know it was roller derby. I had no idea. I just they were handing out flyers for their fresh meat class, and I was like,
fresh meat.
Yeah, that's what they call the newbies, or they used to at least.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to do this.
Oh my God. And how did you start? Did you just grab a flyer and show up?
I grabbed a flyer and I put my email down and they let us know when it was.
Now, what kind of audition process is there?
So there's a lot of levels that you have to go through to be able to skate in games because it's a very dangerous sport and there's a lot of broken bones and bruises are a constant. So I started with fresh meat. It's about 3-4 months. You have to learn your toe stops, your plow stops, just to get yourself normal on roller skates. Because some people never played on roller skates before.
We're back with a new segment on Pride TV. It is, drumroll please, Big Gay Story Time. Now don't get excited. It's not porn. I wish. But I thought it would be really interesting since we all went through COVID and isolation and we all did a lot of reading and Netflix binge watching and all that stuff. I thought I'd get some great recommendations from people on the show and friends of the show for their favorite LGBTQIA books. Ashley's recommendations are The Fire Next Time by James Baldwin. She says this book is about race and he is also an author, he is LGBTQ and brilliant, and the book is important. Since it was first published, this famous study of Black problems in America has become a classic, powerful, and haunting book. So that was The Fire Next Time by James Baldwin.
Pride TV is presented by Fallon Health and sponsored by Remax Vision, Bay State Savings Bank, Safe Homes, Paul Chasen Interior Design, Nuovo Restaurant, Dr. Frank P. Fetchner Plastic Surgery, Art Reach, Root and Press Cafe and Bookstore, Heard Strategy and Storytelling, Castanetti Realty Group, and Eastern Bank.
Hey, it's me, Amy T, with another segment of Experimental Comedy Therapy. Today I'm with my friend Devin from Scrap Alley Signs. Devin and I met when she took my stand-up comedy class, and we are going to have a paint night of gratitude signs.
Hi everyone, I'm Amy T's wife.
Hey, it's me, Amy T, with another segment of Experimental Comedy Therapy. This month, I decided that I wanted to celebrate love. My wife and I just celebrated our 6-year wedding anniversary and coming up on 10 years together, which is very exciting.
I tell my wife that I feel like the universe tailor-made her and hand-delivered her to me. That's what. I know. Isn't that a good line? I know. You guys put that one in your back pocket, because that's a good one.
Hey, it's me, Amy T, with another segment of Experimental Comedy Therapy. I hope everybody is super excited. The days are getting longer, and we're in the month of spring. Today, I wanted to showcase an up-and-coming, fantastic comic, Cher Lynn. You've been doing comedy for 4 years, and clearly.
I was seeing someone I really liked who had super bad breath, and I didn't know how to say it, and it was like awkward, and he asked one day, and so I just started putting like 2 Altoids in my mouth, hoping like one made its way into his mouth.
Hey, it's me, Amy T, with another segment of Experimental Comedy Therapy. Today, I am at Lesley University participating in World Mental Health Day by volunteering and watching the performance of This Is My Brave College Edition. This is an organization that believes that sharing stories saves lives with living with mental illness and addiction.
I own the road that led me to my breaking point. My success and my self-destruction went undiagnosed for nearly 30 years. Like I had every indication of somebody living with bipolar disorder. And then at the end of one therapy session, my therapist peppered in PTSD and social anxiety, which got really confusing because I wasn't sure what color the ribbon to wear or who to walk for.
Hi, I'm Amy T's wife.
Hey, it's me, Amy T, with another segment of Experimental Comedy Therapy. Some of you may remember my wife Candace from previous episodes, and we want to talk a little bit about, we hope that everybody has been safe and healthy, and the last couple of months have been extremely stressful and difficult going through this pandemic.
We want to acknowledge the people that are home and not used to being isolated. We appreciate you for your attempts to keep everyone safe. We know it's hard, and we really, really do thank you, and just hold on a little bit longer.
Hey, it's me, Amy T, with another episode of Experimental Comedy Therapy. For the last month, I went out into the community and I did random acts of kindness every single day, or what I affectionately like to call the Nice Bucket Challenge. Thank you. All right. Hey, it's me, Amy T, with another segment of Experimental Comedy Therapy. I hope everybody had a happy Pride and is continuing to be safe and healthy. I personally, in the last couple months, am trying to embrace the virtual online comedy scene. And recently, I did a behind-the-scenes interview with one of my favorite comedy clubs, Curly's Comedy Club, up in Rochester, New Hampshire, with my dear friend, Jay Grove.
Club, and actually has our record for most performances here at Curly's. Amy T, how are you?
I'm fabulous, Jay. Thank you. Is it really true a record? Hey, it's me, Amy T, with another segment of Experimental Comedy Therapy. Devin brought to me this idea of playing pickleball. I was very anti-pickleball because I have a stereotype in my head of what I think it looks like, and I was like, no, we're not playing it. We're not of that age yet. Until next time, make sure you continue to be safe and healthy, and don't forget, be responsible for the energy you bring into this world. Practice compassion and tolerance. Take care, everybody.
Welcome to our Companion Animal Rescue in Ashford, Connecticut. Our Companion Animal Rescue is a nonprofit organization that was founded in 2002 after receiving a gift of 43 acres of land in Ashford, Connecticut, for the purpose of building Connecticut's first animal sanctuary, rehabilitation, and adoption center. The sanction, the only one of its kind in New England, provides comforting, home-like, enriching environment for our community's most vulnerable animals. Sweet Paws Rescue is a registered nonprofit animal rescue based in Massachusetts. Sweet Paws Rescue is a grassroots, boots-on-the-ground, shelterless, foster-based, and volunteer-powered organization. Sweet Paws Rescue primarily works within 2 of the poorest counties in Mississippi and Alabama since 2011. They have rescued over 7,000 puppies, dogs, and cats. Hi, I'd like to tell you about Karma Cat Rescue for Marlborough and Hudson, Massachusetts. The goal of Karma is to reduce the number of homeless cats in our community. They are able to do this through several avenues, including a successful adoption program with over 325 adoptions per year, and a robust neuter return program that provides spay, neuter, and vaccination services to over 100 feral cats per year. They also offer rehoming services for individuals and families who are no longer able to adequately care for their cat. Welcome to Rainbow Rescue, located in Grainville, Massachusetts. Rainbow Rescue was established in 2008 and is a 501c3 nonprofit foster-based animal pet rescue. Rainbow Rescue is registered with the Department of Agriculture, and their rescue consists of a group of individuals who have seen the need for help in the animal community.
Hi, Dale. Hi, everyone. It's me, Miss Lady Sabrina, and we're here. We don't have a letter this time. In fact, I recently got married, and I got a lot of questions about my husband, so I brought him with me. This is my husband, Breno.
Hi, everyone.
And I want to thank everyone for all your support through all the years and whatnot, and especially with this situation. I mean, there were a couple of like naysayers and whatnot, but my friends and solid fans definitely knew I'm not a stupid person, and I put my faith in the right one this time.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, hey Dale, it's me, Miss Lady Sabrina. And yes, I know I look a little different today. It is paying tribute to someone who's recently passed, who was a bearded queen who was unapologetically themselves. So this is for you, Yolandi. You know, for couples that are so eager to call it quits and throw in the towel on your relationship because everything isn't perfect, here's some food for thought. Lifelong commitment is not what most people think it is. Hi everyone, it's me, Miss Lady Sabrina, and I'm here. Actually, today we're not going to do a letter. Today we're going to talk about a serious topic of like depression and anxiety. I mean, a lot of us feel it on a variety of different levels. So I'm only going to describe it from my perspective, because I do have moments. Actually one recently. Hi everyone, hi Dale, it's me, Miss Lady Sabrina, and we're here with Listen to the Lady. Today I have a very special guest, Miss
Edwina Typhoon.
Yes, I love her. So I have her today because the topic that we're going to be discussing is drag, but a very specific question in drag, which is, what does drag empower us to do?
In the gay community, sometimes it is very visual, and, you know, when you're, like, you know, there's always no fats, no femmes. I was both. You know, so becoming Edwina, I was able to go out there, and everyone was like, oh my God, you're stunning, you're beautiful. When I put on this hair and the makeup, I'm just like the life of the party. It's like, you know, Sylvia Fine just like plowing through life.
Hi Dale, hi everyone, it's me, Miss Lady Sabrina, and actually I'm here to talk about the coronavirus and losing a bra strap. I've been watching, you know, these protests for opening the government and, you know, opening the cities and states, and it terrifies me. Hi everyone. Hi Dale, it's me, Miss Lady Sabrina, and if I look a little different, that's because I've been painted by Miss Ivy Ligoderia. Look at me, I'm a woman! What defines a toxic person? You know, how do you know you're hanging out with one, and if you are, what can you do about it? Hi everyone, it's me, Miss Lady Sabrina, and today we're going to be talking about relationships. Problem and significant relationships affect our anxiety, depression more than any other factor in our life, because our relationships and their successes define us. How you doing, Dale? How you doing, everyone? It's me, Miss Lady Sabrina, and I'm back with another letter. I've recently fallen madly in love with a man and come out of the closet, and also made the tough decision to live my truth. I love you all. I'll see you next month. Mm-hmm.
We're going to end the show the way we always do, by saying, please don't be afraid to shine your light, because you might be lighting the way for someone in need. Until next time, thank you for watching Pride TV.